Hi everyone, Rev Sarah here. I'm coming to you from Abington, Massachusetts once again, and I have my hat on because it's very bright and sunny out, which I'm really excited about, so I hope you don't think I'm being rude. I'm just trying to keep the sun out of my eyes so I don't squint too much. So yeah, this time I'm in my backyard. I'm really happy out here. I'm actually sitting right in my garden space. And today, Rev Pete is going to talk with everyone about ways that we get through this time that we're in, and also ways that we might move into the new time that's coming up in front of us. We don't really know what it's going to be like, so it'll be good to hear from Pete with some wisdom and insight. Anyway, I miss you all so much. I'm really happy to be here with you. Today our church school leaders are going to talk about prayer, and prayer is one of the ways that I really get through times like these. Now, prayer is helping me right now, I know that, but I do know that some people, especially young people sometimes, well, prayer might seem boring. You know, it might seem like an adult's just going on and praying, but there's so many ways to pray, and I want to talk to you about a couple of those that you can use right at home. So, one thing I want to say is that prayer can be serious, which is if you're in worship, that's what you hear is more serious prayer. Prayer can be silly. You can laugh with God. Prayer can be mental or in our minds, up in our heads, or it can be physical with our bodies when we move. So prayer can be lots of different things, and it can help us with our feelings, like if we feel angry or sad. Prayer can make us feel a little bit better. It can also help us if we're happy or glad, because what we remember is that God celebrates or is happy with us. So, it can help us. With all of that, I want to show you a few ways to pray. Now, one that I'm going to talk about at the end is related to Memorial Day weekend. That's what we're going through right now. We're remembering people who have passed away that have served our country. But first, we're going to start with bells, or song bowls. Now, some of you, especially the older kids, have seen me use my song bowl at church. I have it right here with me. I'll show you an image of it. This is what it looks like. But at home, you all might have like a bell on your dog, or you might have a bell in the house. Any bell will do. One of these you could find on Amazon or somewhere, but so what you do, basically, is you just take a second, you ring it, and then you listen. And when you listen, you might get a sense of being grateful, or you might just sit with the sound. You might notice that the birds are listening too. You can hear them chirping. It can be really, really helpful, these bells or song bowls. Okay, the second one is just time in the garden or time outside. I know some of you like to ride bikes. I really think that that can be prayer, especially if you're on your own. You might want to talk to God while you're bike riding. My garden, to me, is just as important as any church building. It's a place where I see earthworms, and I see baby vegetables and strawberries. I have strawberries, and flowers. So let me show you a couple. Let's see, what do we have here? These are flowers I got the other day. They're called Asylum, and I think they're going to grow and be healthy. I think that's giving you an image. They're purple. Really nice flowers. I hope you were able to see that. It's hard for me to look at the screen while I show you. And then we've got marigolds, which will help keep the bugs away from the plants. I put some near my strawberries. So this is my strawberry patch over here. And there, the marigolds are those yellow ones, you see them. This is the healthiest marigold. Marigold, that was southern, wasn't it? That's a little marigold. Marigold. Got all kinds of stuff. I have lettuce, which we've been putting in with our burgers. So every time I'm out here and I pull weeds this morning and I watered, I feel a little closer to God. So there might be a way for you to do that at home, even if it's a teensy tiny garden. So finally, what I want to show you is something I'm going to do in my garden, and I want you to consider doing this somewhere at home for yourself this weekend. So I'm going to put this bucket here There are my notes. You might be able to see I have a cross over here that one of my pastor friends gave to me. Remember Rev Fred? Rev Fred gave this to me. And our associate conference minister, I think, made this. It's a cross, so that's kind of cool. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this flag, some tape, and I'm going to put an American flag right here in my garden. And this is going to help me remember the people who have served. And all weekend when I look at it, I'm going to remember the people who have served. If you want to get a real flag, you probably could go to Lowe's and find one. It's kind of nice, isn't it? So, before we part today, I want you to remember that there's always ways to pray. There's a million ways to pray. I've given you 3. I hope maybe you consider taking part in one. Please remember that me and Pete are here for you if you need us, and we're sending you good thoughts. Reach out for support and know that we're with you. Peace.